Well, here we are back again. We've got our good friend Joe back to help us, and he has been invited by Mel.
Thank you,
Mel. But listen, there have been a number of people saying, well, hold on a minute. What has he got that icon there? That looks like a person, that looks like Jesus Christ, and it looks like the cross. So go ahead, Joe, explain to us why you've got a picture of Christ.
Okay, actually, that's a picture of Muhammad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Muhammad. Yeah, that's
as in the Muslim Muhammad?
Well, that's the picture of the Gnostic Christian Muhammad, and that's actually a Templar icon, which was made of wood. It's a wooden head of Muhammad, which the Templars used to kiss. Are you familiar? I mean, people, I hope if they're familiar with the persecution of the Templar Knights when they came back from the Crusades, they were accused of having converted to Islam. Do you know that story? They were very badly, brutally sort of tortured, and all sorts of things, horrible things happened to them because they used to, in their sort of private prayers, they would enter the room when they did their it's called the liturgy of hours. It's interesting, that's where the 5 times prayers come from the Muslims. But they had to recite the Psalms every 3 hours, starting with the afternoon prayers and then evening prayers and night prayers and midnight office. And when they entered the room, they would cross themselves, prostrate, and kiss this icon of Jesus Christ. So people who were initiated into the Templar order, which is a Catholic order originally, Roman Catholic order, they would kiss this icon of Jesus Christ, and but the common people who were not familiar with the wooden icons were more familiar with I think they had stone statues of saints in Western Europe and stone crosses, so they weren't familiar with veneration of wooden icons, which is a much more Eastern thing. And they said they have a head, an idol, and this is Muhammad. And they heard it wrongly and mispronounced it as Baphomet. And that's where they get the satanic idea, the idea of satanic Baphomet. It comes from the French peasants mispronouncing Muhammad, which was the idol that the Templar Knights used to kiss, which is actually just an icon of Jesus Christ. It's called the Mandilion, by the way. The exact word, this type of icon is called Mandilion.
Actually, can I just jump in there?
Yeah.
This is actually another connection with Edessa. Edessa had an icon associated with Jesus.
Correct. Yes.
So the story is there was an Arab king called, I think, Abgar, who had a communication. Right. He had a communication with Jesus. He asked Jesus to perform a miracle, and Jesus sent him a letter, according to the story, apologizing that he's busy doing other things. But he would, after the resurrection, he would send a disciple, which turned out to be Thaddeus, and he brought this image of himself to the king. This was revered for centuries, right up to the time of Islam. Yeah, and I think it
disappeared. That's right.
It disappeared. I think it was last found in France, and it got destroyed or disappeared during the 1798 revolution, French Revolution. So it's quite an interesting story itself.
Yeah. So we're just kind of dismissing this myth that the Templars were actually secret Muslims. In fact, they were an Eastern Gnostic Christian influenced group of Roman Catholics. And of course, Rome didn't like that, too Gnostic, so they cracked down on them and basically closed down the order. So it only exists in Portugal now. I don't know if you know, but Templars were persecuted after they came back from the Holy Land. They actually are supposed to have met like the Brotherhood of Hormuz. You know Hormuz. So they met these Gnostic Christians from southern Persia, southwest Persia, and they got some kind of influence from them, and they came back with this icon, the wooden icon of Muhammad, and the local French peasants said these Templars, they've gone native when they were on the Crusades. They're kissing the idol of Baphomet. And that's what that is. It's the idol of Baphomet, or in fact, the icon of Muhammad. That's Jesus Christ, as you can see if you look at it. It's a wooden.
Are you all listening to this? For those people who are confused, really confused now, explain what you mean by Baphomet or Muhammad being Jesus Christ.
So this is Muhammad again, referring in this case one of the three instances, or one of the three Muhammadim, if you like,